Greetings, beloveds. Welcome to this course on chakras, batteries to the organs. This is part 1 in this course, and in this course we'll be examining the 7 on-body chakras. In this next portion of our series of courses on bioenergetic mechanics and spirituality, we are going to look at the structure of the soul body and how it works. In past courses we learned that the soul is a consciously self-aware, highly charged field of plasma energy. In this series we're going to examine the structure of the soul body, what it is and what it does, and how it energizes the physical body. In this first part of this series of the structure of the soul, we are going to examine the 7 on-body chakras. In the next part of the series of the structure of the soul, we will examine and define how the chakras connect to the physical body, and then the 5 off-body chakras. Most people following a spiritual path have heard about the 7 on-body chakras, but their purpose and function has been ill-defined. So in this lesson we will more closely look at the definition, function, and purpose of the 7 on-body chakras, and where they are positioned on the human body. Chakras have distinctive colors that denote the frequency of each chakra. Colors represent the frequency of the light reflecting off an object. So the colors of the chakras merely represent the frequency of the light reflecting off the body. It is important to know what the chakras do, rather than know what their names and their colors are. Although this information may be helpful, it is understanding the purpose of the chakras and what they do that is important to know. Knowledge about the chakras predates modern history and comes from ancient knowledge. The term chakra comes from the Sanskrit that means wheel, probably because chakra energy spirals. In modern history, it has only been about 50 years of thermal photographic development that has confirmed the existence of the chakras. Even so, few people research these new developments and discover the existence of chakras. The chakra system is based on a universal design template that follows laws of interdimensional mechanics and works the same everywhere in the fractal universe. As we learned in the lesson about the multidimensional nature of the universe, manifest reality fields have 12 dimensions. This is a recurring and replicating system of energy exchange and transfer. The first chakra holds the frequency patterns of the first dimension, and this frequency is represented by the color red. The second chakra holds the frequency patterns of the second dimension, and this frequency is represented by the color yellow, and so forth with all the chakras. So it is important to understand that the chakra system is designed after the universal energy template and multi-dimensional structures for all soul beings. That is, includes the microorganisms, the elements, vegetation, insects, birds, fish, animals, and humans. We are miniature universes. Let's go do some revision of what we learned before. The soul body is a highly charged positive and negative field of plasma energy. The conscious soul being is the observer of a reality in a reality field or hologram. The primary energy that exists in the soul body are waves of light and sound, which when observed are particle forms and when not observed are waveforms. Remember we did the split hole experiment where we saw when waves are observed, they appear as particles. So they're both waves and particle forms at the same time. This is a bit of a mystery to scientists here, but it's important to understand that waves and particles exist at the same time, and when waves are observed, they appear as particles. Light waves manifest in the hologram as thoughts, imagination, and ideas. Sound waves manifest in the hologram as emotions and feelings. We are experiencing in human form our reality in the first harmonic wavelengths of dimensions 1 to 3. Harmonic wavelengths are also called harmonic universes and densities. Densities refer to the density of the matter field in the hologram, and sometimes people interchangeably use the word density and dimension, but that's incorrect. Dimensions refer to the frequency of the field of energy that represents each dimension, whereas densities represent the harmonic universe or density in which reality experiences its manifest physical reality. In density 1, dimensions 1 to 3, matter is very dense and appears solid. In density 2, dimensions 4 to 6, matter is less dense and appears semi-etheric. In density 3, dimensions 7 to 9, matter is not dense and appears translucent. In density 4, dimensions 10 to 12, matter doesn't exist at all and is pliable and is called liquid light. Our first 3 chakras run the frequency of the dense matter of dimensions 1 to 3. Our next 3 chakras run the frequencies of the semi-etheric matter of dimensions 4 to 6. The 7th chakra runs the frequencies of the etheric life force energies of dimension 7, from the top of our head to the bottom of the spine, and holds the first 6 chakras in balance, and is the connecting point to the galactic chakras. Our chakra energy system therefore mimics the universal design template. It is a fractal, or a part of, the macro universe. Here's a picture that depicts the chakras and where they're placed on the body. Chakra 1 at the base of the spine is depicted by the color red and runs the frequencies of dimension 1. Chakra 2, located about 2 inches above the belly button, is represented by the color orange, which runs the frequencies of dimensions 2. The third chakra is represented by the color yellow and runs the frequencies of the dimensions 3. The fourth chakra is represented by the color green and runs the frequencies of dimensions 4. The fifth chakra is called the throat chakra and is represented by the color blue, and it runs the frequencies of the 5th dimension. The 6th chakra is located between the eyebrows and is represented by the color indigo and runs the frequencies of the 6th dimension. The 7th chakra at the top of the head is represented by the color violet, which runs the frequencies of the 7th dimension. As we complete the series of the chakras, the course on chakras and the next course, which is the Merkaba mechanics, you'll begin to understand how this represents a unique design template on which all matter is based, and on which all energy, etheric energy, runs through the body and into the soul body. And there's a dynamic that exists where all of these things work together to complete the structure of the soul. The 7 chakras on the body are distinct energy centers running specific frequencies of light and sound waves that start at the top of our head and at the bottom of the spine. They provide energy to specific organs and produce and regulate the flow of energy to all parts of our anatomy, influencing everything from emotional processing to resistance to diseases. They supply the specific life force energy at specific frequencies for the organs in the body. When we can tune into the location of our 7 chakras and become more adept at opening chakras and develop intuitions about blockages, consequently we can detect and solve problems as they arise and before they have serious consequences. In addition, we can locate old wounds and do the work needed to address them. In summary, with proper knowledge of our chakras, healing can occur. We'll look at specific examples of this later in part 3 of this course. In part 3 of this course, we will do an exercise together to open and activate the chakras. In the next part of this lesson, part 2, we will be dealing with the 5 off-body chakras. We have 15 chakras in total. The first 7 are referred to as the solar chakras. The next 5 are called the galactic chakras, and the last 3 are known as the universal chakras. In the next course, the mechanics of the Merkaba, we will deal more with the energy exchanges between the solar, galactic, and universal chakras and the Merkaba field. So we won't go into too much detail about the universal chakras here. First of all, there is the root chakra, which is represented by the color red. The root chakra is foundational. When all is well with this chakra, we'll feel secure, calm, and anchored in reality. We'll be bold enough to tackle new challenges, and we'll feel confident doing so. This makes a properly aligned root chakra vital whenever we're trying something new or pursuing a major life goal. We can develop a blocked root chakra if something threatens our basic survival needs. Example for food, shelter, or money. Even if we simply fear that our basic survival will be undermined, our root chakra can become out of alignment in response. Emotional issues and behaviors are blocked root chakras. If our root chakra is blocked, we may feel threatened, panicked, or anxious. This anxiety can easily infiltrate our thoughts, making everything suddenly feel uncertain. We may also find that we can't concentrate, and that we are constantly preoccupied with worries about our well-being. In some people, this can manifest as hypochondria or general paranoia. Physical issues potentially caused by a blocked root chakra include a sore lower back, low energy levels, and cold extremities. The second chakra is called the sacral chakra, and it's represented by the color orange. The sacral chakra is key to our creative energy. It is related not only to pursuits of artistry and the imagination, but also to our sexuality and our capacity for change in all areas of life. Our sacral chakra might become misaligned or blocked in some way if we stress about some aspect of our sexuality, or if we are unsatisfied in our relationships or struggling to experience pleasure in life more generally. It can also be disturbed by negative feedback that makes us doubt our creative capacities. Emotional issues and behaviors of blocked sacral chakras. When there's a problem with the sacral chakra, we're likely to feel bored, listless, and uninspired. We may have a low sex drive, and we'll possibly feel afraid or resistant to change. Physical symptoms associated with the blocked sacral chakra can include urinary discomfort, increased allergies, and an attraction to addictive behaviors. These need not be related to drug or alcohol use. Shopping addiction, gambling, and issues with eating can all be linked to issues with the sacral chakra. Then is the third chakra, which is called the solar plexus chakra, which is represented by the color yellow. The solar plexus chakra is often thought of as vital for self-esteem, autonomy, and determination. Consequently, it is sometimes called the personal power chakra. When all is as it should be with this chakra, you'll have a clear path ahead of you. You should know what is necessary for success. You may also feel independent, like you can accomplish almost anything if you set your mind to it. Meanwhile, this chakra can easily be negatively affected by perceived failures, unpleasant social experiences, or lingering feelings of low self-worth from childhood. Emotional issues and behaviors of blocked solar plexus chakras. If there's a blockage around the solar plexus chakra, your confidence may be very shaky. If there's only a small blockage, there may only be insecurity in one small specific area. A larger blockage can cause generalized self-esteem problems. You might be haunted by thoughts that you're not good enough, or you may feel unable to draw useful lessons from life's challenges. Physical difficulties associated with a blocked solar plexus chakra may include digestive discomfort and troubles with memory. As you might expect, the heart chakra is intimately connected to yours. Fourth is the heart chakra, which is represented by the color green. As you might expect, the heart chakra is intimately connected to our capacity for love and compassion in all their forms. It is sometimes described as a bridge between the mind, body, and spirit. When our heart chakra is well balanced, we will be able to offer empathy to others, be emotionally open, and enjoy a deep sense of inner peace. We may feel our emotions fully and yet also understand them on a cognitive level. Anything negatively related to love can trouble the heart chakra. A breakup, a grief process, a difficult friendship, or even just an instance of casual cruelty. The heart chakra is connected to all of the following: our capacity for empathy, the intensity with which we can care for another person, our emotional openness, self-knowledge, self-reflective capacities, and how peaceful we feel. So when our heart chakra is properly aligned and fully open, we are more compassionate and giving. We feel loving and calm. This doesn't mean that we focus all our efforts on others, however. Having an aligned heart chakra is also about knowing where to draw boundaries in our emotional life. This includes identifying and separating from toxic relationships. Openness in the heart chakra also allows us to make sense of our own feelings, fully experiencing them, and yet also seeing their rational roots. On the other hand, a blocked heart chakra can develop in response to anything in life that is emotionally hurtful or that drains our emotional resources. The heart chakra is central to all the solar chakras, and a blocked heart chakra can contribute to a blocking in other solar chakras that may lead to a blocking in the galactic and universal chakras as well. So we should pay particular attention to the heart chakra because it's such an important chakra. Next we have the throat chakra, which is represented by the color blue. This throat chakra regulates our self-expression in all senses, influencing how authentically we convey our deeper self to the world. Our directness, emotional honesty, and ownership of our needs connect to this area. When our throat chakra is aligned properly, we will feel able to say what we mean, be well understood by others, and speak the truth in ways that are appropriate. In other words, we'll be forthright without being blunt. Difficult experience with communication can shift the throat chakra. For example, a tough job interview or a bad argument can shift our throat chakra. Emotional issues and behaviors of blocked throat chakras. A blocked throat chakra primarily manifests in an inability to say what we really want to say. We may feel like we're stuck holding on to secrets. Similarly, we may believe that people don't want to hear our thoughts, or that we can't find the right words for our feelings. Once again, a small blockage may mean we only struggle with self-expression at work, or with a particular friend. Meanwhile, a significant misalignment may mean constantly feeling thwarted in communication. Physically, a blocked throat chakra may present with pain in the neck, sensitivity to hormone fluctuations, and discomfort in throat issues. Then 6 is the third eye chakra, which is represented by the color indigo. The third eye chakra is a powerful energy source when it is working well. It determines our intuition, our alignment with the universe, and our ability to see the bigger picture in life and keep an open mind. When we have an open third eye chakra, we are adept at picking up signs, trusting our gut feelings, and plan according to our greatest goals. Law of attraction successes and manifestation experiences relate to this type of openness. However, the third eye can be misaligned if someone is making you doubt your wider purpose, or if you tend to prize rationality over intuition. Emotional issues and behaviors of blocked third eye chakras. We may struggle to have faith in our broader purpose in our third eye. The third eye chakra becomes blocked. I'll say that again. You may struggle to have faith in your broader purpose if your third eye chakra becomes blocked. So you may feel there's no point to what you're doing or feel it is insignificant. Emotional issues and behaviors of blocked third eye chakras. We might also be struck by our inability to make decisions. Some people describe this as a feeling of psychological or mental paralysis. Emotional issues and behaviors of blocked third eye chakras. If you have a blocked third eye chakra, we might have trouble sleeping, feel clumsy, and struggle to learn new things. In other words, we have a closed or blocked mind. The third eye chakra connects in our head to our pineal gland. Our pineal gland is a pea-sized crystalline structure that emits melatonin when we sleep. It is often referred to as the seat of the intuition. It differs from our seeing eyes because it vibrates and oscillates at a semitone above normal light-seeing physical eyes and is accessed through soft focus. When our eyes are in hard focus, they have a different frequency to soft focus, and our normal sight is wired directly through the visual cortex to the brain. So perceptual and conceptual observation and thinking is limited when in hard focus. When we are daydreaming, for instance, or we squint our eyes slightly, we are in soft focus. We will learn more about the pineal gland when we do the course Mechanics. The next chakra, the seventh chakra, is called the crown chakra, and it's represented by the color violet. Finally, the crown chakra determines our spiritual connectivity. This chakra is sometimes called the thousand-petal lotus chakra. It is vital in creating a life you love and in attaining a feeling of peace. However, working with it is a notoriously subtle process. When all is well, you will be in tune with beauty in the world around you. Plus, you can experience feelings of profound joy. Life may feel worthwhile, glorious, and rich. Unfortunately, a traumatic life experience can move the crown chakra out of the positive. This can cause you to doubt yourself and purpose. Emotional issues and behaviors of blocked crown chakras. If our crown chakra becomes blocked or disturbed, we might not see much beauty in the world at all. We may also feel spiritually adrift and experience symptoms of depression. Emotional issues and behaviors of blocked crown chakras. If we were only starting to develop this type of block, we might just notice a decline in overall excitement or motivation. Physically, a blocked crown chakra can also occur at the same time as problems with physical coordination or chronic headaches. The crown chakra is also the entry point for the 15th dimensional universal energies that form the central vertical column of energy that we will learn more about in the Mechanics course. In summary, the first chakra is called the root or base chakra, situated at the base of the spine. It runs the frequency of the first dimension, represented by the color red. The second chakra is called the sacral chakra, situated in the middle of the abdomen, roughly 2 inches below the belly button. It runs the frequency of the second dimension, represented by the color orange. The third chakra is called the solar plexus chakra, situated around the stomach area at the top of your abdomen, the solar plexus area. It runs the frequency of the third dimension, represented by the color yellow. The fourth chakra is called the heart chakra, situated about 3 to 4 inches above the breastbone. It runs the frequency of the fourth dimension, represented by the color green. The fifth chakra is called the throat chakra, situated in the center of the throat area. It runs the frequency of the fifth dimension, represented by the color blue. The sixth chakra is called the third eye chakra, situated between the eyebrows. It runs the frequency of the sixth dimension, represented by the color indigo. The seventh chakra is called the crown chakra, situated at the top of the head. It runs the frequency of the seventh dimension, represented by the color violet. In the next part 2 of this course, we will be introduced to the 5 off-body chakras and which parts of our anatomy are driven by the chakras. In the next course, Merkaba Mechanics, we'll examine the dynamics of the flow of energy between the Merkaba field, the chakras, and the anatomy. So stay tuned in. Much more information to come. With love and respect, thank you for watching, and don't forget to watch part 2 and part 3 of this course.